So I kind of have an off-topic question from where we're at, but
Go for it.
you know, earlier in the show you had mentioned getting demonetized fairly recently. How did that impact like you making a living?
For a month, a lot. After that, not so much. For the couple months prior to getting demonetized, I was really happy because I'm like, for about 3 years, I had been making like, I don't want to say the exact number, but I'd been making like, let's say $1,000 a month.
Yep.
Which is not really enough to live off in this area. But it's enough to live off of, but not really be comfortable.
Yeah.
Like you can
Get some roommates and, you know.
Exactly. It wasn't comfortable, but it was enough, and I was kind of like, okay, I see what's going on here. I see, I can definitely, I think that this is going to keep going up, and I think this is something I want to commit to. So I fully committed. And I said, okay, this is something that I absolutely want to go for. This is a dream. I've wanted to make YouTube content, just talking about what made me want to make YouTube content for a moment. It was Minecraft.
Really?
I love Minecraft. I played it for thousands of hours when I was a kid, I swear.
Minecraft is fucking goated.
It's so fucking goated. When I was younger, I watched to learn how to play Minecraft. I watched a couple like Let's Plays tutorial series on YouTube. That was my first experience with YouTube. I watched Co-Star and Kurt J. Mac. Those are probably the two most inspirational channels to me. Kurt J. Mac, I don't know if you know who he is.
I don't think I've heard of him.
Have you ever heard of Farlands or Bust?
No.
I wasn't sure. So Farlands or Bust. So it's a series run by Kurt J. Mac where he's walking to the Farlands in Minecraft in beta 1.7 in stock Minecraft. He's not doing rail. He's not doing mods. It's all stock. And legendary dude. He's still doing it to this day. It's fucking crazy. I saw their content when I was a kid, and when I was a kid, when I was like 12 years old, and I was like, I want to do that kind of thing, and that's what made me really want to do YouTube. But off that side topic now, like for me when I was looking at everything, and I was just kind of like, okay, I really want to do this full time. I want to make this work. I looked at what I was doing per month, and I was like, okay, I can barely make this work. This is what I'm going to go for. I'm going to commit to it. I'm going to make it work. I'm going to go for it, and I did. I was right out of college, and I was like, okay, like when I was in college, it wouldn't have worked, but like the moment I got out of college, it would have been okay, and it was, and that's what I went for. Like the couple months before I got demonetized, like I was doing, I'm not going to say an exact number, but I was doing better than I was normally.
Fuck yeah.
Kind of thing. And I was kind of like, this is actually a livable wage in my local area. Like, I not only have money to pay rent, get food, live a normal life, but I also have money to put in my savings.
You got leftover.
Which is amazing because I can invest the savings, I can put that into that, and it was amazing. But got demonetized in November, then only took got demonetized in December. Not only took my December money, but also my November money.
This past December?
Yeah.
Oh
literally
shit,
this past
that's
December.
very recent.
Yeah. And I was like, this is fucked up. So I started a new channel, Jacob Jones Money.
Yep.
Subscribe, yo. Subscribe to Jacob
Go
Jones
tap
Money,
in,
of
dude.
course.
Get him his ad revenue, folks.
Yes, sir. Jacob Jones Money, called Jacob Jones Money because I make money off that channel. You know
I get the
what I'm saying?
name now, dude. I love it.
Yes, sir. It was inspired by, I was watching fucking Jay Schlatt. Shout out Jay Schlatt. And I saw his channel, Jay Schlatt Live, and I was like, wouldn't it be funny if I just did Jacob Jones Money, like in money in all caps, like and I was like, okay, that's what I'm going for. So I went for that.
Fuck yeah.
That's my monetizable channel, and for the first month, it was about the same, a little bit lower than what I would normally do off of my main channel if it was monetized. But thankfully, due to the amount of videos I posted, due to some of the evergreen views that are coming through now, it has risen up to be about the same level as what my main channel was on. So thankfully, the demonetization of my main channel only affected me for about a month, which I'm very glad for, I will acknowledge.
That's scary whenever that happens, bro. I mean, I remember when I got demonetized, I was fucking shitting bricks, dude.
No, genuinely, it was fucking spooky, to say the least.
Did you like apply to get it back, or?
I did, yeah. I literally went back and forth for like a week with their representative, and they were like, "We can't do this. Like, this isn't gonna work." And I'm just kind of like, I have warnings at the beginning of my videos. I have literally a 7-minute and 16 millisecond warning. Literally its exact length. 7 seconds and 16 milliseconds warning at the beginning of my videos, and then every couple minutes I have another warning that just shows on screen during my videos. I have warnings on my videos. Anybody watching my videos should know that I don't encourage or condone the use of tobacco products or anything else. But YouTube doesn't care.
Yeah.
They will absolutely demonetize any content they possibly can. Which makes sense from a business perspective, because then they're getting the ad revenue from my videos, but I'm not getting anything. So
yeah, they still run ads on your shit. They just don't pay you for
absolutely,
it, which
absolutely.
is so fucked up.
And it's one of those things where it's just kind of like, okay, I'm not getting any money, but they're still running ads. Like, fuck them, kind of thing. So I stopped. I'm like, before that, I was doing live stream on my main channel. I was doing super chat. I was doing all that sort of stuff, and I literally asked my audience afterwards, which I really appreciate the support. I appreciate everybody who's kind enough to donate during live streams. Really appreciate all y'all's support. But I literally asked like a month afterwards, because what YouTube said they were going to do is, hey, if you have people that donated, because they took my November revenue.
Yeah.
No, during November, I was lucky enough to have a couple people be kind enough to donate around about $1,000 in donations.
Fuck yeah.
About like, I want to say like 45, 50 people total were kind enough to donate like just that much total, which I really appreciate. But YouTube took that in November, because they took my entire November worth of money.
Same happened to me.
Which exactly fucking whack.
Yeah, I lost my ads in March, and they took my February money.
Yeah, it's so. I'm like, they shouldn't take any money until you're demonetized.
For sure. Yeah, I agree.
Kind of thing, like what I can't remember what it's called in the fucking U.S. Constitution, but it's like ubiquitous quo or some shit like that. I can't remember what it's called, but like, it's not. If you do something before it's illegal, you can't be charged for it. Like if you smoke weed before it's illegal, you can't be charged for it. But then the side point of that is that if you smoke weed before it's legal, then you can still be charged for it. But like ubiquitous quo kind of thing. But like YouTube doesn't abide by that. They're a private company, of course. It's just I can't remember the exact name of what that's supposed to be. But I was just kind of like, fuck YouTube Super Chat. I literally don't do it anymore. I do like Streamlabs only.
Yeah,
PayPal
fuck yeah.
only.
That's how you should do it.
Because I was just kind of like, okay, YouTube, like, I loved having it on there, even though YouTube takes a massive cut out of Super Chats. I still liked having it on there just because of accessibility reasons, because I mean, like when you're live streaming, if somebody's going to do Super Chat, they can do it all through the app.
Yeah, they don't want to leave the YouTube app.
Exactly, but if like they do something else, then they have to leave the YouTube app. They have to leave
Slaughters your conversion rate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But with that happening, I was just kind of like, fuck YouTube Super Chat. I literally asked people. I was just kind of like, do you get your money back? Because YouTube says that they give everybody their money back when they. If they demonetize you, everybody who has donated, they say they give their money back. Nobody in my chat said they got their money back.
Really?
Nobody. I got not
crazy.
a single person, and I know for a fact that some of these people donated, that some of these folks donated during November. I know for a fact they did.
And they just didn't refund them. That's so fucked up.
Nope. Not even now. They've gotten refunded.
What the fuck?
So YouTube's just taking the money. And they say they're going to refund. But I was like, okay, it's chill if they refund the money for memberships and for like donations and stuff like that. Like that's chill kind of thing. Like they just take my ad revenue. Hey, it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. YouTube is a platform. That is what it is. But no memberships got refunded, and no fucking donations got refunded. I was just like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
I was like,
they scammed your fans.
Like literally,
They scammed your fans.
and like I'm just kind of like, this looks bad on me as a creator because it looks like I'm scamming people, kind of thing. Like,
I don't think that's how any of your viewers would have.
no, I don't think
interpreted
it's.
that,
I don't think it's any. I don't think it's how any of my producers would have. I don't think it's how. Excuse me, I'm very buzzed right now. I don't think it's how any of my viewers would have perceived it. But to an outside perspective, let's say, I think it's how somebody on Twitter could have perceived it.
Definitely.
And it's one of those things where it's just kind of like, this looks bad on me and it looks bad on YouTube, but it looks more bad on YouTube than me.
For sure.
And it's just kind of like, refund my viewers. Like, if I'm not getting the money for the donation, refund them for what they were giving.
Doesn't need that money. They won't even notice it leaving their account.
Like, literally. And I'm like, Google isn't even making a loss.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I will acknowledge, I'm not one to talk politics, except about, like, tobacco products and things I want to talk about. But Google as a company is making a profit, no matter what, every single year, kind of thing. They're not making a loss. I mean, like, let's say Amazon, for example. They made a loss every single year for, like, fucking 4 years in a row on purpose to get tax benefits, which totally makes sense. I would do the same if I was a company. I'm a business perspective person. Got a degree in business. I'm a marketing perspective person. I've got a degree in business. I totally get it, kind of thing. I want to clarify. I'm not hating on it. I totally get the whole business mindset. I'd totally do that fucking scumbag money behavior if I was in some company's position. I hate to say, but like, hey,
Fuck
money
the IRS,
is money.
bro. Fuck the IRS.
Yo.
Abolish it, dude.
Yo, genuinely, fuck the IRS. I'm not going to disagree with that. I fucking hate the IRS,
Fuck the
for
IRS.
real. Like, the IRS got more fucking... Also, the IRS should not be allowed to carry guns.
They carry guns?
Deadass. Some
Damn.
IRS agents are allowed to carry guns. Not
That's
a joke.
crazy.
Genuinely. Thing is, there have been more... if the statistics are looked at, there have been more negligent misfires of weaponry in the IRS than there have been purposeful disfires in the IRS. So, I mean, like, most of the time when the IRS goes to talk to people for, like, hey, you haven't paid your taxes in, like, 3 years, you need to pay your taxes, and they're, like, in some bumfuck location where the guy's going to have a gun, they take the sheriff's deputy with them.
Yep.
Makes sense. They want the sheriff's deputy with them. The sheriff's deputy probably knows them. They're in some location where it's like, oh, this is the middle of fucking nowhere kind of thing. Totally makes sense. I'd do the same if I was in their situation. But the IRS agents themselves having a fucking pistol on them. And then they whip it out. And they're like, look at what I have. Oh, I fired.
Whoopsie.
Like, what? Like, the IRS should not carry guns on them.
No, yeah, they don't need a gun.
Like, absolutely not. Like, if the IRS needs somebody to protect them, that's what the police are there for, kind of thing. I genuinely, like, it's ridiculous. What was I talking about, though? I can't remember.
We were talking about...
I just heard a plane crash.
I just watched it. Yeah, another one.
There was another plane crash? Where was it?